Okay, we are live. We are live. We are alive as well. Now, starting, a couple of minutes too early. I hope that's okay. How are you all doing? Um, Now, is everything working? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Let me know if things are okay. The Woodlander is here. Good to see you. Yes, okay, wonderful. Now, okay, I promised you to show you my new look. Now, of course, this disgusting appearance, we can't have that. We can't have that on social media. Look at this disgusting person. Now, I got a comment from I I got a comment from a kind lady who, and don't worry, it's not going to be me ranting about trolls on the internet. But basically, I got a long comment on one of my recent live streams that said that, first of all, if you look behind me, look at this. Can you see all those books there? I have some coffee cups and stuff. My Viking clothes are there and some arrows. I have hobbies, but mainly books. All those books, can you see those books there? Those books are a sign that I am a hoarder because you shouldn't have books. Also, my background here, because I'm a hoarder, all these books means I'm a hoarder. Um, Also means that my mental health is not great. It's a sign of mental sickness that I have all these books. So, and also my appearance is disgusting. Um, and I get it. I have this beard, I have long hair, and I was even taking on putting some warm socks on. Um, and I was maybe a little bit tired and so on. So I'm going to make things right now. Of course, I will shave off my beard and cut my hair so that you have this combed over thing. I want to look like one of these TV preachers now. Okay, so I will start by putting on a tie. So I just cut this out from a piece of paper. If you're struggling with this kind of appearance that I have, if you look like this, here's what you can do. You take a piece of paper and some tape. It doesn't cost much, and you basically just got it in my beard now. So a tie, okay, and much better already. Can you see that? How much better this is? I am now looking like not so much like someone who spent the night in a ditch and all that, So yeah, a tie helps, and of course this sweater needs to go. I guess I need to lose 20 kilos or something like that and wear a suit. And I need to move back to my mother's house. And I will, in my mother's house, I like the serious YouTubers, like the news, those who are bringing you the truth, right? So I need to move back into my mother's basement. Uh, I haven't been there since I was a teenager, but I will do that, and I will have a green screen, and I will put on a suit, and I will be wearing no beard, wearing no beard, cut off my shave off my beard, cut my hair, wear a tie, and have the green screen thing that looks like I'm in news desk room or something like that. But let's just start with, paper tie. You can make this yourself. It will make you look respectable and not so much like me. So okay, yeah. I thought that was funny. Okay, I thought that was funny. But no, that was actually a real comment. And cheers. Um, we're going to talk a little bit about that attitude, and because I have something to say. Um, hmm, okay, and just in case that woman is watching, I am putting my socks on again. I know it's disgusting, and you know what? I basically I'm back from the gym, and I haven't had a shower yet. Yeah, but that was a heavy workout too. Oh, heavy workout, and it was wonderful and lovely and awesome. Yeah, I'm putting my warm socks on now. Um, so, okay, and also, excuse me, I have this. It's filled with grain, and I warmed it up and I put it on my neck like that. Okay, because when I've had a heavy deadlift session, then my neck sort of begs for some attention. Okay, skål. So now, of course, not many people would point at a bookshelf and say that, oh, you have all those books, you must be a hoarder. That's still not common, I think. But it's like I always say, you should build a library. um, and I haven't read all these books, uh, but you should have more books in your house than you will be able to read, I think. um, there's something about gathering culture, you know um, and in this time and age, I'm sorry about this. I'm not really sorry, but in this time and age, it's so important to keep paper copies of proper novels, great books. One, it gives you pleasure. I mean, if you're not already a reader, you should pick up a book, start reading. Um, it opens worlds. It's well, of course I would say that I'm a novelist, but also it's like this. It's not it's not like watching TV, and it's very different from consuming social media. Reading a book, it's it's storytelling. It's as old as mankind. And before we had a written medium, we would tell stories, the oral tradition, and we would sit by the campfire and tell stories. Um, the Johnny00, thanks a lot for that awesome donation. Yes, I will be myself. Oh, you love being in the woods. Wonderful. No, we will not let this sick society dictate our true being. Um, so it worries me a little bit when I encounter people who don't read at all. No, let me rephrase that. When I encounter people who have no interest in reading. You know, you might be in a phase of your life where you just don't have the time, or you're busy, your focus is elsewhere, and I've been like that, in my life as well. But I've always come back to reading. And as Susan Hills says here, the books, they will exist. The internet could go at any time. Yes, and gathering knowledge. Um, Almost everything I've learned from books in my life. Um, Positivity. Thank you for those kind words. That's very kind of you. I won't say it, but that's very kind of you. Thank you. Um, yeah, there is also this. Oh, hi, Jen. Um, on and off, yes. No, I'm not changing my looks. It was just a joke. You know, I you all got that, I guess. Um, Sotonar says, as a habitual reader, I agree. Those who have serious desire to broaden their mental horizon unnerve me. Yes, um, it is a bit like I almost think, was it ironic? That was when people write, you have so many books cluttering your the background, all those books. You must have mental health problems. Such a statement is so far out that you start wondering, what's going on here. Is this ironic? I don't think it was actually. So yeah, and I will also just let you know that sometimes in the mornings, if I do live streams in the mornings, I'm not. I'm sometimes I struggle a little bit. I have three three fractures in my spine, one of them in my neck, and I struggle with pain sometimes. Do my best, try to do my best, and um, but pain can make you look tired. It can, and that's just how it is. Torstein, thanks a lot for that donation. Are you at the Orkney Islands? Wonderful, wonderful. Maria says reading opens windows in life and writing opens the doors. That's brilliant said. Brilliant, brilliant. Magnus, I thank you for asking, but I can't really get into that now. Uh, the chat is really moving now. That is wonderful. Moby Dick, yes, that's one of my favorites as well. Um, yeah, it's we have it's in that room. Yeah, it's such a that story. It says so much about humanity. That's a brilliant book. Okay, buffering again. We seem to have a problem there. We could speculate why. Call of the Wild. That's also a great book. Absolutely. Tom, New Bedford, is that just a few miles away from you? Huh. Maria says, me too. 10 surgeries later, they said I'd not be walking 5 years ago. Still going strong. Can't stop, won't stop. A strong spirit can conquer anything. That's awesome. That's awesome. No buffering here. It's on and off depending on where you are. But here's another thing that I would just want to share with you, some observations that I have made, and I think you have as well. The people who are smooth in their appearance, the people who always dress, well, it's okay. It's great if you dress well, of course, but there is something about, well, smooth. That's grattinger, we say, where I come from. Um, it means smooth people. They look smooth. Um, in my experience, those people are not good people. You know, no, not bald, not bald, but they have. How should I put it? Basically, the thumbnail. That's Phil Collins. Their Genesis and their old song, that Jesus He Loves Me and all that. It's a they're being sarcastic, and he's playing the part of one of these TV preachers, and it's just a perfect image there of these smooth people. That's what I'm talking about. That slicksters, yeah, yeah, quick talkers and such. Maria, yes, absolutely. I like real people. People who dare to be themselves. And people who might not come across as streamlined. They, well, certainly not streamlined, but um, they're not smooth at all. They're just being themselves. I like that. I like that in people. Real people. And they usually are much deeper and much more interesting to talk with. um, I guess this is an observation that anyone who has lived for a few years has made. You know, smooth. Susan says smooth is usually empty. Yeah, yeah. Um, and another observation I've made is that um, creative people, not only artists, but people who have this drive, they don't care so much about fitting in when it comes to how they dress and how they look. That's great. I like that. So, okay. Weasel 301 is asking, what do you think about boastful people who accomplished a lot but like to rub their achievements in your face? I don't like people like that. I don't like people like that. And I met many very, very successful people, and they are not like that. They're always humble. Um, so, yeah, keep your conversation smooth, not your brain, says Will and Erwin Robinson. Um, don't worry, says Nightwing, we will all look homeless in a few years. Susan Hill's genuine people. Yeah, absolutely. And I find it a little bit funny. I'm hearing quite often, actually, up through the years. I've heard you should cut your hair. Now I'm 51 years old now. Why the f should I cut my hair? Most people my age, they don't have hair. Most men my age, they don't have so much hair left. So I have a lot of hair. It's all over the place, and I I'm I'm intending to keep it. I'm not cutting my hair, not cutting my beard. Um, I will trim my beard and my the these parts here when they get worn. You have to cut them, right. That's all. So, um, yeah, Jussi, my Jom-speaking novels, they need to be in English. They are not as per today. In the future, if people watch this if people by a miracle find this live stream and they watch it in the future, that might be different. Maybe they by then are available in English. So, okay, I wasn't really planning to do a live stream today, but what the heck? I thought that comment was so funny that I I wanted to share it with you. Grasshopper says long hair is very masculine. Well, it's certainly, looking back at history, it's been seen as that, traditionally. Um, that's in many cultures. So, KP Heathen says, "Trust me, I shaved my head because I have my dad's bald spot." Yeah, well, I think if I was going bald, I would have like no hair, just a beard. That's a good look as well, I think. Um, and a very, very masculine look, isn't it? um, so yeah, it's just how nature works, I guess. Some hormonal thing, and when men get older, they tend to lose their hair, um, and that's just how it is. I've been fortunate enough to keep mine. Okay. Um, yeah, no gray either, just only in the beard. So, um, yeah, it's genetic. There is a painting of my father's father when he was older. He had a hair. So, now, C. Aries is saying, I think men who have less testosterone lose their hair, according to what I learned in medical school years ago. I've heard that it's not that's not true, is it? There's something about uh, not the testosterone, but another hormone actually. Uh, what's it called? Um, can't remember now. But no, it's there is not there is. I'm pretty sure that going bald is not at all a sign that you have less testosterone at all. Um, no, I yeah, way of the wicked. Loss of hair has nothing to do with low testosterone. No, exactly. I'm pretty sure you are correct there. Way of the wicked. There is another hormone involved there. Um, there is another hormone involved. I can't remember what it's called now. But certainly, I know many bald men in powerlifting who seem to have a lot of testosterone. So I don't think that's the problem. I don't think so. um, okay. Um, uh, Hi, Hibernia63. Thanks a lot for that wonderful comment. Thanks a lot for that. Yeah. Now, way you call it when two cars meet. And if you can spot the driver, and he has a bigger beard than you, he has the right of way. Right of way. Is that what you have to? Yeah. Okay. Well, if it froze, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Uh, I'm sorry. Okay. Now, again, back to the topic here, which seems to be something that I've talked about quite a lot. We, as a community and as human beings, I think we have a responsibility to search knowledge and gain knowledge, um, bring back the study, not the man cave. We don't need a man cave. We need a study, with books and things like that. there's a meme I've seen about that. And KP Heathen says I can't have a long beard because don't want to get concrete in it. Well, that's a valid excuse there. I'm Norwegian, Ben. No, it was a joke. It was a joke. I'll probably have to. I realize now that I have to change the title of the live stream probably because yeah, I thought it was funny, but yeah. So again, this woman saying that I must be a hoarder and have mental problems because I have all these books messing up the background. That is funny, Tom. But it's like it's a symptom of something that I think is a big problem in society today. Um, People they're not interested in intellectual progress for themselves, are they? They seem to know it all because they've read something on Facebook, and they seem to be uninterested in spending time gaining knowledge, reading, and all that. And as I said, not everyone has time to read all the time and all that, but at least you shouldn't mock people who do, because that's ridiculous, you know. Patricia, welcome as a supporter to the channel. Welcome as a member to the channel. Um, so, um, yeah, I've given up having there is some kind of system here, but this is just some of my books, and and it's a problem with all the books, you see, because I don't really have space for them. But yeah. Well, thank you, Jen. Thank you. And there is, this banner here. That's the raven. It's a Viking war flag. That one. And I have some arrows and stuff. And here's my bow. Oops. Here's my bow. I have axes. This one. This is a fun one. And yeah. And I have a ball. The dogs they play with that. And yeah, and the arrows are covering up Odin back there. So lots of things going on. Yeah, it's a nice double bit axe. It's actually used for throwing, that one, but I haven't really gotten into that yet. Red Wolf Moon, thanks a lot for those kind words there. A young man from the USA. That's awesome, and thank you. Oh, Tom, you have an arms room. You hang the weapons on the wall. That's awesome. KP Heathen says, I'm teaching my 8-year-old son archery and he loves it. Yeah, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Yeah, there are lots of, yes, Jen, there are lots of good people here. Now, so again, cheers. I must admit that deadlift deadlift session gave me a pain in the neck, so I'll do like this. What? Now this is a non-alcoholic beer actually. Um, yeah. So um, Patricia says learning to use staff as exercise and protection. Yeah, I think martial arts, and it's very exciting. It's fun. I've done quite a bit of that, and it is, yeah, it's just fun and useful as well. Um, yeah, Lee Redpath says cheer up, and Grasshopper says I signed a petition to publish your books in English. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I wish more people would as well. Yeah. If you go to my website, there's a link in the video description. Oh, even more books behind me. I must be mentally sick to have all these books. um, and there's a link in the video description as well, and you will find a petition there that you can sign. That's a very kind man started. Now, okay. Okay. The chat is moving fast. Mr. Sorpos, thanks a lot for that. And thank you for your wonderful photos on Instagram, especially those where you take your bicycle in the early morning through the woods to your workplace. I like those. Um, yeah, why don't we bring back carrying a staff and wearing a cape? This is my question to you guys. How and why did people stop wearing a cape? Do you know? Why? Because part of the Viking setup, so to speak, is a cape. Quibbles, yes, I have been to the States. Yes, yes. Patricia, are you wearing capes instead of coats? I think that's a great thing. Ratatosk, good to see you. Are you saying that people stopped wearing capes because of the unclean streets in Edwards, England? Really? And that maybe changed the fashion trend. I didn't know that. Um, I didn't know that. So, yeah. But yeah, I, I for those just joining the chat, I got a fun comment. Someone saying that I'm a hoarder because of all the books in the background. That means I'm a hoarder and mentally unwell since I have all these books. So it really is. There are people like that out there actually, and it is kind of incredible because yes, Jen, I need help. I can't have all these books. It's sure sign of mental illness when people have books, isn't it? Yeah. No, I collect. No, I don't collect books. Really, they just collect themselves as they find their way into this house, and yeah. Jeff, that's well said. Jeff says The internet changed people from intellectuals to Googleists. I made a video a while back on it, questioning the validity of paid for education at universities. Yeah, that's a good point. Tom says, I'm a hoarder. There's good hoarding and there's bad hoarding, I guess. So, yeah, it's like I started this live streaming channel just to, not, I don't have any ambition at all with this live streaming channel. So, um, if you don't, those who don't like it, they don't have to listen or be part of this community. It's, there are many other live streams and YouTube channels and stuff like that that are streamlined and where you will see people in their little suit with their combed hair to the side, a green screen or smooth background. Yeah, we can put the tie on. I can put my tie on again. Yeah, I have a tie, but thought this was fun. You cut it out of paper and you stick it on like that. Now I'm respectable, as you can see. Everyone can do this. So if you're going to a job interview, for instance, just do this, and they will think that you're the man for the job. Yeah. If you're a woman, I don't know. I don't know. Then this won't help you. So I'm sorry. Okay. And also, why did people start wearing ties? That's another question I have. That's totally useless. I mean, why? Is it like a scarf that morphed into something that you can't use for anything? Um, because it is useless. A leash, Patricia. Well, I have. When I was a young man, I was to parties where men were actually grabbed by their tie. I've seen that um, by women who took initiative. Yes. So I mean, in that context, a leash, yes. I don't know if that was what you were referring to, but yeah. So Andy is asking if are you still getting assignments on stage and so on, reading and so on. I guess you are asking about that, or have you been cancelled because of your views on the big cough? First of all, my views on the big cough. Calling them, this is not a criticism to you, but yes, I know people would say that's controversial, but everything that I've said is now also has been admitted by the big wigs in the globalist organizations. So, where's the controversy? I was just a little bit honest before. Yeah, I was being honest about what was an obvious scam. Yeah, so Tom says, I know many criminals that wear ties. Yeah, the worst criminals wear ties, I guess. Ben, I'm so sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. To answer your question, I well, yes, yeah, but I don't really have so much time, and actually, I'll be completely honest with you. I've said no because of the tax rate. There are rates that minimum rates, and so for some reason, these people they will pay the minimum wage. So I go, let's say I have to travel for a day, and for that, what I get paid after I pay tax on that, and that will be the top tax because of my other income. So it's 50%, 51% off or something like that before it gets to me. Um, and what I'm left with, it's just not enough. It's not enough for a day's work. So there you have it. Tax system in Norway. I'm not the only one who have come to that conclusion. You know, if you're going to pay like that, and minimum wage for reading on stage, sorry, with 50% tax, I just can't do it. You know. Well, I will do it for free, for if it's a non-commercial thing. Oftentimes, I will actually do it for free. Um, so, Odin is asking, where is this conversation going? I don't know. I wish I knew. I don't know. Um, I was just having a conversation about something ridiculous, and this is just an informal chat for those who enjoy that. Um, and I'm just trying to respond now to some comments here in the chat. People are just rambling. Yeah, well, it's okay to do that. I think we should do that more. Um, Positivity, nothing's prepared ever. And I think oftentimes when you try to prepare things, especially for live streams, it doesn't turn out that way. Odin, thanks a lot for that. Tom says ramble on. Yeah, we should ramble more. Um, don't play shop. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. So it's like yeah, don't play shop. If you're going to do business, then do business. You can do things for free, but then you're not playing shop. It's non-commercial. But yeah, Odin Maiden. Oh, now I'm Odin Maiden. So you're a girl, right? A woman. Yeah. I was a bit slow there. Patricia says spontaneous conversation brings out interesting subjects. Yeah, I think so. Sotonar says we love your infernal chats. I miss the informal heathen hangouts. Also, what is your favorite story from the various Norse myths? Uh, I don't have a favorite. There are so many wonderful stories there. Um, so let's see. Odin Maiden says my band is Flight of Odin. Oh wow, you have a band. That is wonderful. Ben is asking, what is your opinion on the Orthodox Church, or which one? As a rule, that's not really my thing, I would say. uh, no. Tom, it says my back hurts watching you lift those plates. Go, man, go. uh, well, you don't start out with that. It's like with anything, you know. You have to practice. Um, so Amish, I don't know how Amish would be received in Norway. I think that would be fine, but okay. Odin Maiden sounds like Iron Maiden, but female version. Yeah, see Ares. It kind of sounds like Iron Maiden. Yeah. Okay. Um, I can't really go on now. I'm getting a little bit tired, and I'm going to warm up this pad again with grain in it for my neck. So, okay, I want to thank you for spending this time here with this wonderful community. And I will change the title of this for this live stream because some people will think that I'm trying to look like Phil Collins in that old funny video there. Okay, thank you, and we'll talk soon. Okay, bye.